The flagship smartphone scene is raging hot right now. There's Oppo, Vivo, OnePlus, obviously iPhones. So we all wanted to see how Samsung would respond, right? Well, this is the answer. Actually, these are the answers. This is Rupesh, you're watching Sillycorns. Subscribe if you haven't, and you know what? Let's talk S25 phones. This is the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, and this is going to be available in the new titanium silver blue color which we have, which is a very muted blue, and there'll also be silver white and a titanium black variant. Anyway, the S25 Ultra has the new camera rings vis-a-vis the new Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6. It also has more rounded corners, as you can see in this comparison, versus the S24 Ultra, and it's got the new grade 5 titanium. Now honestly, I'm gonna miss those sharp edges. It was so note-like, so nostalgic, but this should make for a better in-hand feel. Now the S25 Ultra, like you'd expect, is a big phone, but the size actually has trimmed all around slightly. The camera bump is smaller, and this is lighter, down to 218 grams from 233 grams in the last gen, and it makes a big difference in the hand. It feels great. The battery though remains the same at 5000 mAh, no silicon carbide batteries this year on Samsung flagships, and charging remains the same too, but there's faster 25-watt Qi 2 wireless charging supported, but no magnetic wireless charging. Now, I know there was a big rumor going around about the S Pen not having Bluetooth included this time, and that seems to be true. Okay, so this is the new S Pen you get in the S25 Ultra, and it looks identical to the S24 S Pen. And while most of the features are there, as you can see, it's just that features that relied on Bluetooth, like those air actions, the gestures that you could use it as a remote, go, well, those are gone. But is that a big deal? You tell me. As for the screen, the bezels have gotten slightly thinner, so the screen goes from 6.8 inches to 6.9 inches. And while the rest of the specs remain the same, it now comes with Gorilla Glass Armor 2 on both the front and the back, and this is more resistant to drops and scratches. And yes, it's got the second-gen anti-reflective coating, which should be great, but I hope this fixes the issue where a lot of S24 Ultra's anti-reflective coating was kind of wearing off. We're talking about the camera, these are the camera specs, and on paper, only the ultra wide angle seems to have gotten an upgrade. 50 megapixel sensor now up from a 12 megapixel sensor, so ultra wide shot should be more detailed, and it also works as a macro camera. There are also new video features. There's 10-bit HDR recording now, there's log support, and don't go by the specs, Samsung has promised better tuning, nitography in videos, better skin tone in selfies and portraits. So maybe the new algorithms, the new ISP can match the Oppos and the Vivos, we'll see. When it comes to performance, here's some good news. All the S25 models come with Snapdragon 8 Elite in India. No more Exynos. There's also 12GB RAM on the base variant, but S25 still gets 128GB in the base variant, which is a little sad. Anyway, we'll be testing the performance soon, so stay tuned. But yeah, one thing is for sure. Stable One UI 7 with its new animations just flies on this phone. I mean, just look at this. Everything looks so smooth, so responsive. This is great. Yep, the new One UI 7 update is great, and this will get 7 years of OS updates and security patches, which is awesome. But the highlight, as always, again, is Galaxy AI, which has new tricks up its sleeve. Okay, so first up is Now Brief, which will bring you personalized briefs at different times in the day. There'll be a brief in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, and it will show you relevant info depending on the day. This seems great. Gemini AI also makes its way to Samsung apps now. In fact, the power button now activates Gemini and not Bixby. And you can use Gemini to summarize YouTube videos. You can create events in the Samsung Calendar app. Yep, Gemini now works in Google apps, it works in Samsung apps, and it even works in some third-party apps like WhatsApp and Spotify, with more third-party apps being supported soon. There's also a new AI Select feature available in the sidebar that brings you different contextual options depending on what you select in the screen. There's also a new audio eraser feature which removes different background noises from videos. Yup, kind of like the Pixel phones. There's actually a lot more Galaxy AI features here, but we will be covering that in a detailed video, so stay tuned and make sure to subscribe. Now, as for the S25 Plus and the S25, they might look like S24s with 8 Elite in India, but they have the new camera rings, they also have newer colors, but more importantly, it's great that they too are slimmer and lighter now, which is awesome. I mean, the S25, for example, is an even better compact phone. Here it is next to the S24, and I know not a big difference, but it is lighter and you can feel it. Plus, the S25 Plus and S25 also come with the new One UI 7 update, all the Galaxy AI features, so that's great. Look, this was a very quick look at the new S25 phones, and I only got to play with these phones for a couple of hours, so too early to judge. But tell you what, Samsung is clearly making what's good better, and I think there's a lot of things which you'll uncover once we use the phone properly. Now, I'm more interested to see how this goes against the competition. Well, we'll see soon. More detailed videos are coming, so subscribe, stay tuned, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.